CBS 5 News.
Bringing a baby into the world is a big deal, and that may be why there's been such a backlash against the mother of those octuplets. She said that her only options were to implant all of her embryos or destroy them. But that's just not true. Tonight, there is an alternative that is helping hundreds of people start their own family. Here's CBS 5's Nicole Kreitz.
The Fisher family lives in Tucson. Dad Keith is a software engineer. Amy is a stay-at-home mom taking care of 4-year-old Madeline and 6-year-old Samantha.
Okay, that's enough, Sam.
Your typical family of 4. But how they came to be is anything but.
At one point, we thought we'll never have kids.
Samantha is adopted. And she was adopted almost 2 years before she was even born.
She was chosen for us.
And if you're doing the math, it's true. Most pregnancies last about 9 months. Let me explain. These are Samantha's biological parents. They expanded their family through in vitro fertilization, but then decided to adopt out their existing embryos so the Fishers could start a family.
Samantha was frozen 5 years before being one of the first 20 babies in the country born through embryo adoption.
We tell her that Mommy and Daddy didn't have seeds to start a baby, and you need seeds. So we found a family who gave us extra seeds that they didn't need.
I like this picture here with of the embryos. One of those is Samantha. Which one, Samantha? That one?
Samantha was frozen 5 years before being one of the first 20 babies in the country born through embryo adoption.
Can't imagine life without her.
For some of these people, it's the whole point of their life is to have a child.
Dr. Kim Pomeroy says more couples who used in vitro to get pregnant are now having to decide what to do with their remaining fertilized eggs. Even so, there are only believed to be about a half dozen other families like the Fishers in Arizona.
Our 12 precious embryos will be shipping here next week via FedEx, more efficient than the stork.
In Gilbert, Jen Wright's been blogging about how she and her husband Todd have been going through embryo adoption to help educate others.
I'm a dad in training.
We feel like we are the parents of 12 children already, and they're just waiting for us.
Like the Fishers, the Wrights have an open adoption, exchanging letters and photos with their donor family.
They believe that they are precious frozen lives, and that's what we do too.
It broke her heart to hear Nadia Suleiman, the mother of those octuplets, say she had to implant all of her embryos because the only other option would have been to destroy them.
Their only options are not having a gazillion kids at once or killing your embryos. There is another option, and families need to know about it.
Jen doesn't pretend the decision to give this gift, this miracle of life, is an easy one to make. She and Todd still don't know what they'll do if they wind up with a full house and extra embryos in storage.
We love them the same as I'm sure we would love them if they were biologically related to us.
That's a dilemma the Fishers didn't have. After a failed attempt implanting 3 of their 7 adopted embryos, Samantha was one of the remaining 4 that took. 2 years later, as life's unexpected turns would have it, the Fishers got pregnant with Madeline, showing what defines family isn't genetics after all. It's love.
It's changed our lives.
Nicole Kreitz, CBS 5 News.
About 400,000 embryos are reportedly frozen in storage right now, and since there is not a law on adopting them, it's about as involved as a traditional adoption. You have to go through in-home screenings and certifications. If you'd like to learn more, just go to our website, click on the Saw It on CBS 5 News icon.